Yo, 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 welcome to the SBP. I'm your boy Prime Source. What is good?
Prime, what up, man? Been a long week, man. Long week. I'm tired. How you feel?
I'm with you. I'm super tired, man. Like I'm tired on top of tired and just stuff coming from left to right and don't look like it's gonna stop coming. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about to go at it. How your week been? I know you had an eventful one.
Man, I brought it on myself partially, so I can't even blame nobody. I decided that I wanted to start a bar site for Monday on TikTok. So I started that on Monday. We did 2.5 hours of that, where MCs were pulling up and dropping bars. Wednesday, beat Cypher Wednesday as always. That joint was crazy, as it's getting crazier and crazier,
Yeah, I see.
And then Friday was the finale to my Source Summer series, which is part 5. The last joint, all about Virginia. Well, the Richmond edition. I had DJ Lonnie B, Mike Street from 106.5 The Beat, well, national, but 106.5 The Beat. Noah O, who was a rapper. He just rocked with like Ghostface and Benny the Butcher within the last couple months. And he does a festival in May called the Charged Up Festival. He has a store downtown called Charged Up Store. And SBP fam, Rock Daddy, aka Lil Rock, aka Ahmed Rahman, or Rockman is actually how you're supposed to pronounce it. He was part of the panel. So those 4, along with a later addition, El Bravador, who was from the early hip hop days of Richmond. So I had those 5 as a panel with DJ Mordecai on the wheels, getting busy. He was playing joints. He was playing joints from Richmond people that Lonnie, North Street have. Even songs that they are a part of that they don't have.
Really?
Mordecai has them.
Really?
He was playing everything. Everybody, like, even El Bravador, it was like, I ain't heard that since, whenever. He was playing, like, I don't know where he got them from, but he got joints. So we had a great time. And
man, I was mad I missed it too. Man, you don't understand how much I was trying to get out of work.
Oh yeah.
Come straight there. Yeah, come straight there from work. But we just in what we call it dog days at my job right now, and it's about to get ugly. So it sometimes requires a little extra time. And I was trying, man. I had in my mind when I said I'm going through them. Like,
you missed
the crazy thing was, when like reality starts to set in that you probably just really ain't gonna make it. Was a whole feeling. That was hurt.
I hear you. I appreciate that. No, it's all good.
Yeah, man.
But shout out to Cuzzo. Cuzzo came through. Don Mosley, SBP member, and SBP member Dorian Bryant came out as well.
DB came through.
DB came out, bro.
Whoa! Shout out
crazy.
To DB.
Crazy, yeah. So we had a great time, man. Everybody had a great time. That was fun. And then yesterday, I say my cousin, my wife's cousin, Kajon Coley, got married.
Okay.
And the wedding was out at the Outlook, like if you get on Winter Park and go back and Beach Road and River Road and all that. Yeah, it was somewhere back there, Saddle Ridge or something. I don't know, but it was out there for us anyway. And so we were out there from 3 to 10 or 4 to 10, whatever it was. Had a great time. I'm tired. We was outside in the sun first. Then, it was just a lot. It was a lot, but it was fun. And here we are today doing what we do. So
doing your thing, man.
Trying to hold it together.
Just tell you. Yeah, man, that joint bothered me for a minute. I just knew I was gonna make it out that joint, man. Yeah. Well, shout out to everybody that came through, man. Shout out to Rock too. I saw he had posted the other day about what everybody's gonna be doing the football season. Hopefully, here in the next couple of weeks, we can get him to pop in. I know he want to talk up the Minnesota Vikings and all that. So I know he's ready. So we can get him to pop through like he did last year and up in time in the next week or two, or when we start up. So we're gonna hit him up about that.
And Rock just happened to be working the wedding. He was doing videography for the wedding.
Rock getting paper. Go ahead, Rock. Yeah. My man staying busy.
Shout out
that is all right. That is all right. Hey, shout out to everybody, man, that's checking. I see we got a few people checking in. We back on this hip hop thing again today because we're about to get into football season here. I believe we're gonna start next week. We ain't decided just yet. We got one more. We got another Sunday, and then everything go live after that. We're gonna figure that part out. What we're gonna do next week. But as a treat to not only you guys but to ourselves,
definitely,
we're gonna double this joint up today. We're gonna double it up, man, like a double album. And then so a double super long album, I should say. So we going hard on it. So we gonna get through this thing. And we're going to do the years 1992 in hip hop, and we're going to do 1996 in hip hop. So, and again, if you've never seen us do this, it's not just about the joints that was hits. We going in on our favorite joints. So I know you're going to listen to this and think, like, these guys crazy. You didn't put this on your list. How did you like this in front of that? It's just our favorite joints. Don't mean we don't love other joints. And we both will admit to you that we feel bad sometimes when the list is over because I'm sitting, how did I not put that on there? But what was I going to take off? I love this song that much. So
exactly.
And it's going to happen. It's going to happen, especially when we get to 96. It's heavy.
96 is so heavy. I didn't even write every song that I wanted to write down. I just stopped. I was like, man, there's no need. I'm not gonna get it.
I got a bunch of backups. I got some backups. I got some. Got the iPad ready. I mean, because I figured some of them we're gonna run across the same still. But anyway, it's a lot, man. But what we gonna do, my man? We're gonna go ahead and jump in. So we got a lot of songs to go through. So we going straight in on 1992 first.
Let's do it.
And we going straight into it, man. So we're gonna start off in 92. You see the mixtape there. And I'm gonna throw first.
Hold on, Prime. How many are we doing?
Well, how many do you think? Now, I wrote down 20. Now, we ain't got to go 20. We can go 15, or we can go to 20. But I definitely want to do at least 15.
20 work. 20 work. That's what we discuss. Just want to make sure we're good on 20.
All right. We definitely, well, you already know 96 is 20. So could have been more, but
96 could be 40 a piece.
For sure. So let's get into it. I'm going to start off. Time for some action. I'm going with that red man. I mean, if the mixtape gonna be fire, it's got to start off fire. So I thought time for some action was appropriate.
Time for some action. I like that. That's a good start right there. Yep. Man, if that's what we're doing, see, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna try to match you person for person. We gotta keep these people spread out throughout the whole joint. So I'm gonna start with a joint. I'm gonna start with a joint that I don't even know if it's gonna make it for real, but it's gonna make it because I love this song, and I'm not even gonna let another song knock it out of the box. Double X Posse. No, baby, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Yes, sir. You wouldn't even get an argument from me on that joint. That is the it was sort of a saying, an anthem, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, for sure. If you don't know anything else about the Double X Posse, you knew that song.
Yes, sir.
So the dope pick. I'm still coming out, fire for me. And you probably knew that I was going to choose this song just based on, we've mentioned it several times on some of our shows. We even used to have, and I'm not sure it's totally gone away, but we just do it differently. But we used to have a segment called this, but I got to go, my man, Eric B. and Rakim, Know the Ledge. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sip the juice. I got enough to go around. Yes, sir. You know that was going to be on my joint. for sure.
Yeah, so that's one I can cross out. Now I was gonna mention how many songs I have because I didn't chop my list down to 20. I have 29 songs written down.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go through and chop them out of the list as we go along. But that's one I can lose because you just said it. No, the ledge is off my list,
Yeah.
but on your list.
Yeah, you know that was coming from me.
Yes, sir.
One of my favorite 5, Mariah Carey and Blessed.
Well, since we're talking about obvious joints that are for ourselves,
Okay.
I'm definitely going with this one from the G, the A, the N, the G, the star, Gangstar. I'm going to take it personal off my favorite Gangstar album, Daily Operation.
That album is definitely up there with me. It's definitely up there, probably in my top 2 for sure. Definitely in my top 2 for Gangstar albums. And it's crazy that you came with that dopeness from Gangstar because my next joint was a Gangstar joint, and that is Soliloquy of Chaos. Yeah. I got to go. That was my number 3 was Gangstar, Soliloquy of Chaos.
Chaos.
Man, I was watching a movie. I cannot think of what that movie was. It was an old joint too, like an old movie. Something I'd never seen before when I was going through, and they were playing something similar in the background. I was like, I wonder if he sampled some of that from like one of them old flicks. I don't know, but yeah.
All right, let's jump over to the West Coast real quick one time. One of my favorite, I say top 5 albums. Really, I always say it's number 3, but I'm just gonna say top 5 so I don't exaggerate. Top 5 albums, hip hop albums of all time is The Chronic.
Whew.
And off The Chronic, I am going with, at this moment, I'm going with High Powered. Shout out to RBX.
Whew. You know that gets me right here. One of my guys. You know, I like them kind of unsung guys. You know.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, hearing the RBXs in the world.
Shout out to RBX, man. You know, like I mentioned before, he was in the comments on one of my more recent posts that's kind of still going, you know, crazy really with just different people jumping in the comments. But he was definitely in there talking about, I think it was no skip albums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And going back and forth with different people. So shout out to RBX.
Well, I'm still on the West Coast too, and you can call me Mr. Obvious, but you can't talk 92, or you can't talk fan-friendly hip-hop, if that's what you want to call it, a song that's crossed colors, even maybe some would say a sort of a generation, but got to go with Cube, man. It was a good day.
I'm glad you did that, Prime. I'm glad you did that, because in theory, I feel like it had to be there. But for me personally, it's on my list, but I wasn't 100% sure that I wanted it to take one of my 20 spots.
Yeah, that's a funny song for me because I'll be honest with you, when it first started catching traction and people started really listening to it, it was playing all on the radio stations, whatever. I liked the song. I really liked it, but I wasn't in love with it like everybody else. It seemed like I fell more in love with it after the song started to die down. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's 2-3 other songs. I was having a conversation with somebody before. We were talking about top Ice Cube songs. Now I'm listing this in 1992, the classic that it is, no matter how much we like it, but it's not in my favorite 5. You know, so we be pushing it. It might be, if we're talking top 10, it might be closer to the back of my top 10. But I do really, really like the song.
That's fair, because you know, when we're making these lists, it's kind of in between going with our personal favorites, even though it is our personal favorites. But there's a little bit of you know, this song is so worldwide and, you know, recognized and great and all that you know, I feel like it might need to be in there. So sometimes
shout out to Cube last year with LA and that trophy, man. That's him doing out there in the field was dope as well. So
no doubt. All right, let's see where we're going next, Prime. Let me see. I got to get obvious because I'm not sure on some of these. You know what? Y'all know I don't be over here. I don't be over here doing the most when it comes to Caucasian rappers. I don't. That generally, I don't necessarily love white rappers. That's just me. It's not because they're white. It just it just doesn't resonate with me all the time. However, there was one song in particular, two songs actually from this group, but I'm gonna say one song on this list that definitely has to be there. I remember my man, shout out to my man Bobby Ill, or Dr. Robert Ill at this point. He said, "Man, you look like Everlast," because my hair was short. Just came from the barbershop. My hair was short, and I had the goatee with the beard, and that joint was light sometimes, you know. So I'm going with the obvious. Jump Around. Jump Around was one of them.
I'm glad you grabbed it. Glad you grabbed that because it takes a little bit of the pressure off for me because that's one of the ones I juggled around a little bit that I had it on the list. I didn't. I mean, move it out. Maybe it's a backup. Had it on the list. Then I messed up this morning. Called myself, which I shouldn't have done, but I called myself trying to stay ahead of the game. And I took my original list to work, my last list I made to work. And the mess, with all the messes, everything I got going on and how busy I am, I left my notebook at work. So I had to reconstruct this list for a third time.
You know what the young people are going to say, Prime? You know what the young people are going to say?
What are they going to say?
This man taking a notebook. You know you got a phone? Put it in the phone. You know, paper over
and
here.
I can hear it because, you know, I always have a lot of, you know, younger folk working for me. You see what I'm saying? So that's the type of stuff they would say.
Yeah, definitely.
I told you. I told you. Hey, Renice, what's good? What's good? Renice in the chat.
What up, V?
Yeah. Yeah, I told you the conversation I had about, you know, I guess that everybody's smoking, I guess, you know. So I said, I asked them, they still make, well, no, it wasn't the dime first, it was the dime first. They looked at me like I was crazy. I said, the nickel? Y'all never heard of nickel? Did they still smoke like dimes?
Yeah,
and
yeah, we talking about,
like,
Diggable.
You thought I was telling the craziest joke in the world. They was on the rolling.
They ain't know what a nickel bag was?
Nah. Yeah,
they moved on. They moved on.
You know, so that's what they do, man. That's what they do. That's dope, though. That's dope. That's dope. So what we got? Where we at? 5?
Number 5. Yep.
Number 5 for me. Now I went with something not so obvious. Well, depending on who you ask, it's not so obvious, but you know. I'm going with the youngin. I'm gonna pull him out of left field. I'm gonna go with the kid Chi Ali. Age ain't nothing but a number.
I had a feeling you were gonna go with Chi Ali at some point. I didn't know if it was gonna be this early, but I had a feeling you were gonna go with Chi Ali.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Chi Ali, man. No, Chi Ali. You know, nobody talks about Chi Ali. You know, and we understand why. But that first album, when he was a youngin, still trying to find his way, he had some dope backing behind him. You know. Funky Lemonade and all that stuff, but they played the mess out of this video. I mean, the mess out of this video and TV raps and all that. So if I didn't like it at first, I learned to really like it because I saw it all the time, saw the video. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, age ain't nothing but a number.
Word. All right, I'm gonna go.
We're not talking Aaliyah.
Huh?
And so we're not talking Aaliyah right now.
We're not. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. Next on my list, I'm going with one that's probably obvious to a lot of people, like an obvious song, because you've heard it for 33 years. Like you hear it all the time. I picked this song because not only was it fire when it dropped, when I was in college, Lewisburg College in North Carolina, every morning, 7 a.m. for a certain amount of time of that second semester or the first semester in 1992, this song would come on the radio I'm not even exact, literally every morning, 7 o'clock. Arrested Development, Tennessee, that joint would play. They would play
Right.
it on the radio every morning. So I'm going with Tennessee. Shout out to Speech. Shout out to my man Configure from TikTok. Actually, he produced the Arrested Development album that just dropped this
Right.
year. Actually, he said he's done the last 4 albums with them. So shout out to Configure, shout out to Speech, and yeah, Tennessee.
And I'm ashamed of myself because I call myself a hip hop head, and I try to stay up on all the albums and things when they're coming out, especially the way the older heads. Some of our guys are coming back with us with that fire. I did not realize maybe until about a few weeks ago that Arrested Development had dropped an album this year.
Yeah,
I'm kind of ashamed of myself, man. Man, I'll be honest with you, maybe about 3 weeks ago. Yeah. I didn't realize it, so I don't know how that got past me. So, fire pick.
So much work coming out from older MCs. It's easy to miss, for
real. Next up, a blast from the past. If you know, taking me back to my Tropicana days. I'm gonna go with "They Want Effects" by Das Effects.
Hey, I wish you would have been there Friday, bro. I wish you would have been there. We talked about it. We talked about it. Yeah, I said you would. I'm pretty sure I said you were there. Yeah. But then, yeah. We talked about the whole story.
Man, I wish. You know what I wish? Not only that, I wish one day. I want to. I don't even know if he remembers it, and I know he wasn't there. But one day, I want to speak to Skills about his performance that night at Rick Rock's Cafe. Doesn't that I told you about that I refused to get on the microphone?
Yes.
And I thought that when we had the 804 day a couple of years ago, when I spoke to him, I was going to bring it up. Like, he was wrapping up his equipment, talking to me. There were so many people waiting to speak to him. And I was like, I ain't going to bore him with this story right now. And I was like, yo, I said, I ain't seen him, and I don't know if you remember me or not. But he said, yeah, I said, yeah. I do the show with my man Source. He said, yeah, my man. He said, he was talking. He said, yeah, man. Tell him I said, what up? We was talking for a minute. I said, well, I ain't going to hold you, But anyway, and I was like, I ain't going to get to that story right now. But one day, now he ain't going to remember me on that because I never got on the stage. But
hey,
I don't know if he remembers his performance that night because it's one of the illest things I ever saw in my life when it came to a freestyle. Like, it's crazy.
If you check in Wednesday, on B-Cypher Wednesday this week, he might be on. It's up in the air.
Okay.
But look, if you pop up and I bring you in real quick, you can ask me if you remember, because you'll be the only person I just bring out the blue that's gonna ask say something to somebody. So
I just want to give him his props on that joint, man. But yeah, shout out, man. Shout out. I wish I could have been there Friday night as well. What's up? You next, right?
So yours was They Want Effects, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's another one I can knock off my list. Messing with you, Prime. I might have to pull out some more songs. I might need a couple. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, let's go to the squad. Speaking of Das Effects, let's go Hit Squad. Actually, EPMD specifically. And let's see. Redman, K Solo. Is that right? Yeah. Headbanger. The Headbanger Squad. The Headbanger.
Yes, sir.
Had to get that on the list.
Yes, sir. Redman was still sporting a bit of a fro back then, for sure.
With a headband on sometimes.
With a headband on. The fro with the headband. That's dope. That's dope. Now, I'm about to hit you with a joint. I don't know if you thought I would put this on here or not. I know it's not the first song that anybody think of in 92, but it was a banger. No matter what you feel about it, the joint was a banger. It wasn't a vibe. It was just a banger. You was gonna nod your head to this. You was gonna do the little dance they was doing in the video. You was gonna, if you couldn't dance, you was gonna try to dance. But I went with Warm It Up. Warm it up, Chris. I'm about that joint. Hey, that joint used to bang. That joint used to bang. So shout out to Jermaine Dupri, man. But Warm It Up by Chris Cross.
Warm It Up, Prime. That's tough. The fact that your name is Chris, did that have any?
Oh, that made it even dope.
Okay.
That made it even dope. You know, Chris Cross had a handful of joints that was fire, and this was definitely one of them.
For sure, for sure. Since we here, I ain't gonna even hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Backwards pants, whatever the case may be. I'm sticking with Chris Cross since we here with Jump. Jump was too crazy.
Yes, it was.
And even at the time, don't try to compare us to another bad little fat. Don't what? They come out dissing other kids. I know it was Jermaine Dupri with the pen. We get that. Actually, like you said, shout out to Jermaine Dupri. He had the pen. He had the production. He made the group because these dudes weren't even rappers as kids. They were just popular kids that he ran into in the mall.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What do y'all do?" And they said nothing. And he finally got them to rap and to pull up to the crib, to the studio, and made a group out of these kids that were just in the mall and had what he said was swagger. And it was like the girls was giving them free cookies from the what's the cookie joint called? They used to be in the mall. I'm thinking like Great American Cookie, but that don't sound right. But the cookie joint used to be in the mall. Yeah, he said they used to get him cookies. They would give him, like he saw this happen, and he was like, why are people gravitating to these two little kids? And yeah, they ended up being crisscross. So salute Jermaine Dupri. That's why I say Jermaine Dupri is underappreciated.
Man,
even if you have him high on your list, you don't have him as high as I do. I have, not you, but people don't have him as high as I do, because I'm like, dog, he made people into what they became before they knew they even wanted to do that.
Yeah, hearing some of the stories now, I already know he was dope, but he's still bringing out stories of stuff that of people that he tried to tell them certain things and when to work with, they didn't work with him, or certain people that wouldn't give him a shot when he told them they was going to be dope and they were going to do this. The crazy thing, and it's not crazy. I love what he said. You can debate it all you want, but what I love that I heard here recently, and you probably heard it too. Jermaine Dupri said if he was to do a Chris Brown album of Chris Brown, it'd be another Thriller. That's what he said.
I ain't him say that. Wait, what?
Man, I'm gonna find it when we get off. Sometime in the past couple of weeks, I saw Jermaine Dupri said that if he was to do an album with Chris Brown, you're gonna have another Thriller on our hands. And I just tell people, it might not be as far-fetched as you think. And when I say that is, there's always the debate, but depending on your age group, but people are comparing Chris Brown to Michael Jackson, right? No matter how you feel about it, no matter how you feel the way you stand, Chris Brown's track record is long, bro. Like, it's like if you go look at the amount of songs, and then he don't miss. Like, we ain't talking about I'm gonna make an album, it's gonna be one hit. He don't miss. Yeah. And if you know about almost everything that Jermaine touches, and stuff you forgot, I'm not saying it's gonna be a Thriller, but I don't think that's that far-fetched that they can make one of the most classic albums together ever.
Confessions, Emancipation of Mimi, like Escape.
Yeah.
You heard him talk about how Left Eye used to stay at his crib, right?
Yeah.
When she first moved from Philly.
Yeah.
So TLC in the mix, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Shout out to Jermaine Dupri for sure.
Man, yeah. So shout out to the kids. So I'm up, right? This next one, and it's kind of the reason I just wanted to put this out there that I wanted to do 92. A lot of people either don't know this song or forgot it ever existed, because I am guilty until not too long ago of, I forgot about this song. Crazy word. My man, Dr. Dre, came out with a joint, and now we're not talking about on the Chronic album. He had a song that was released as a sort of a posse cut but it also was kind of a diss record. And what I'm talking about is puffing on blunts and drinking Tanqueray. And if you don't remember the song, YouTube it when this is over. And I bring it up because Dre produces it. It starts off with Lady of Rage, a smaller verse in the middle by Corrupt, and then Daz goes crazy. Like, you, first of all, you can tell they homies because he's like, I'm gonna take a back seat a little bit, let my boy do his thing. Daz has the shortest, Daz has the shortest verse. Corrupt goes crazy at the end of the song. Bruh. This man says in the song, and you know what I'm talking about when I say it, because you know who he says his favorite rapper, one of his favorite rappers is. He says, I'm murdering MFers as a hobby. One of my idols ain't no joke, so why the F should I be? Try me. Man, he goes ham on that joint, man. I'm telling you. He goes absolutely ham on that joint. So yeah, I got to go with puffing on blunts and drinking Tanqueray by Dr. Dre and crew.
Wow.
That man says, I'm like Barkley, rough and rugged, but raw like raw head. Like, it's crazy.
You pulled that one out the gates.
Anybody that check this song, I don't know if you even how much you remember this song. But this
I don't remember the song. Oh.
Yeah. When you get it, write it down. And when you get a chance, like I've been telling you about, go back and listen to Lyrics of Fury.
Yeah.
I ain't saying this song is as dope as Lyrics of Fury, but I'm just saying it's one of Dre's notable joints. If I remember right on this, I think he did he put this out back then as a single maybe? And I think on the back, I think it might have had I don't know if he called it a remix or a different version, a deep cover. I think he's called it 187, I think, where it's the same beat. They rapped it a couple of times live, but it's different lyrics. I think that's it. But yeah, check it out.
Will do. All right, what's next for me? Next for me, we're gonna jump back over to the West one time. Ivory's classic. Ivory, actually, I ain't gonna lie. So far, 1, 2. We got 2 Ivory's classics on the list already. You got Jump and you got Jump Around. I'm throwing in a third one. That would be Far Side, Passing Me By.
Oh, for sure. How'd they get past me? Classic. Put it on the board.
If you don't know what Ivory's is, it's a club. It's a club in Richmond. It was a club in Richmond. And all your favorites have been the Ivory's. All your favorites have been the Ivory's. And I used to live there. I used to live at Ivory's.
Yeah. Shout out to Steve Branch. DJ Cool. Shout out to everybody involved.
DJ Cool.
Yeah. Shout out to the brother, SBP member Sean Johnson. And hooking it up.
First person I went to Ivory's with.
And our legendary story of how we got to not hook up in today's terms, but hook up and hang out with TLC before they were really full blown. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to my brother Corey Valentine. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody involved with that. Even Karen Parsons, Miss Hillary Banks. A lot of memories in Ivory's, man.
Yeah. She was there on a random Monday. Yeah. It was a random night.
Yeah, random night, sitting right beside her, having a heavy conversation for quite a while. Just regular convo.
That's dope.
Next up. Oh, shoot, man. Let's go with nothing but a G thing, baby. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Dr. Dre and Snoop. That's what we're gonna do. Nothing but a G thing.
Got it. Locked it in. All right, since we going that route, I'm going with the man. It's wild because sometimes I have singles in the mix, but generally I'm not a singles person. As life went on, I became less of a singles person, more of a B-side and all that.
Yeah.
But at this time, it was a lot of singles. It's a lot of singles on my list, and it's quite a few on your list as well. Mm-hmm. But I'm going with what I consider one of the greatest songs, if not the greatest song, in hip hop history. T to the upper OY. Troy, they reminisce over you. Pete Rock, CL Smooth.
Yep, and I left that one for you. I didn't even as great as I left. I'm not even gonna touch it because source got it coming.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Have that one. Yeah. And again, and shout out to the man I just shouted out just about a minute ago, Corey Valentine, because I remember when that single dropped. I think I told you we went down and met them down at Willie's Records.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, went down there, met them when they were signing. The joint had just popped. And they were signing the joint. We got in there before before the line got too long. We walked right in.
That's dope.
Yeah, so all right. Nice pull. This way, I'm gonna go with my man Busta Rhymes, man. Everything remains raw.
You jumped to your other list.
That's 96.
We're doing 92.
90. Oh, I get this mixed up. I thought that was on the Coming album.
Yeah, that's 96.
That's 96. All right, you right. All right, see me jumping. This is what happens when you hurry. When you hurry because I left my list at the job. So no big. All right, let's take that off then. Good catch. Good catch. And if you would see my handwriting on these papers, you'll understand. I was scrambling, bro. I didn't realize till this morning that I didn't have it, so I had to go back. So good catch. So since we're doing that, what I want to roll with, we're going 92. Let me go with. I'll tell you what. Let me go with something that's on nobody's list. Let me do that. It's gonna be on my list.
Yeah.
I'm going with Fat Pockets by Showbiz and AG. Because I like my pockets fat, not flat.
I knew you was gonna mention Showbiz and AG though.
Yeah.
I had a feeling. I won't say I knew. I had a feeling though.
Oh, and I see what I did too. Never mind. When I was changing these, scrambling, I went back to another take something more. I had one sheet on one side and one on the other. I wrote on the wrong sheet. I'm looking at it now because I got it on both joints, but I ain't even gonna put it on my other one. But I got you.
You're good. All right, I'm going back to actually, I'm gonna go with someone you mentioned at the very beginning. Your first joint was from Redman, Time for Some Action. I'm gonna go Redman, Tonight's the Night.
Whew. I like it. Dope pick. And I told you that's one of my favorite. I know a lot of people don't put that album up there, but it's pretty high for me when it comes to Redman joints.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna go with another one that's not on anybody's list but mine. But I just love this song. You mentioned EPMD earlier. I'm gonna go with Can't Hear Nothing But the Music by EPMD.
Word.
Action, the main attraction. Who's bad? I'm bad like Michael Jackson. Yeah, that's my joint.
We are heavy with the hit squad. Heavy hit squad over here.
We're gonna be heavy with something else on the next list, but yeah, go ahead. I think we are.
I'm gonna put this in here. I don't care if it's not a song. It's not a song, but it goes in there anyway because it's one of my favorite things, and that is 92 Interlude by Gangstar. It's just a short instrumental. That's all it is. But I love it. I love it so much that I'm putting it on my list.
Indeed. Dope. Well, I'm not gonna call this a throwaway. It's I already know people like, come on, dog. All these other songs, but it's my favorite. It's one of my favorites. So I'm just gonna put it out there just because I can. All right, just gonna put it out there.
It's your list.
So, it's my list. So I'm gonna go back to the Mecca and the Soul Brother album, and I'm just gonna say Lots of Loving.
Lots of love.
Love that song, bro. Love
Lots of
that song.
love.
Chill vibe.
Lots of love. On.
Yeah, CL spitting from the heart on that joint, man. So.
All right, let's see what we got here. I'm going back to Death Row. Matter of fact, I'm kind of stuck with Death Row. So much so that I'm stranded on Death Row. Dr. Dre stranded on Death Row. Love it. Love it.
I take it. That's fire. That's fire. So for me, I got to go back to my man 50 Grand Diamond D, and I'm gonna go with F What You Heard.
You gonna go? What was the song?
F What You Heard.
Yeah, the sound.
Yeah. Even though I pound the verbs, I'm still nice. Pound the herb, I'm still nice with the verbs. So that's what you heard. Yeah, that's my joint.
Cool. Since we're here, I'm going with Best Kept Secret. Since we're doing it, let's do it. Woo. Diamond D.
All right, I like it. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna go back to DOS Effects. Mic checker. Microphone checker. Yes, sir.
Original or remix? I don't know when the remix actually. No,
I don't remember either. So I'm to stick with the original. I don't know when the remix came. So
yeah,
I'm cool with the original.
I got one of them in '96 where I'm not sure when the remix came out.
I do
so.
Too. Not a remix.
I was gonna look it up, but I never did. All right, let's see. Let's see what I have here. I'm going. Well, let me cross Mic Checker off my list. Boom. Get that out of here. Stranded on Death Row. I just said. Let's go with your man's in them. Ice Cube. I'm gonna go. DOS Effects again. I'm gonna go Check Yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Nice. Well, let me do this since we've been showing the West Coast so much love. It's only right, baby. I got to go with Let Me Ride. Dr. Dre.
Man, the chronic in over this joint. I'm about to write Let Me Chronic. All right. I'm gonna stay on the West, but slide away from Dr. Dre for a second and bring up an artist that is always unsung, but always mentioned in that second wave, even though he's really in that first wave of greatness, to the point where some would say he's a better producer than Dr. Dre. I'm going with DJ Quick, Just Like Compton.
Oh, fire. I like it. Shout out to Quick. Where I'm gonna go next? I had to catch myself again. I can tell I did a cross shine at 96 joint on this one. Yeah, you can see I was scrambling, bro. 16. Let me go with MC Search, Back to the Grill.
That's on my list. I didn't think it was gonna make it, but I didn't think it was gonna make it on my list, but
Back to the Grill.
It was on my list as an option. Can't knock that at all. Ooh, okay. All right, I just said that, Joan. That was a mistake. Let's see. I'm going back to the far side.
Okay.
With other fish. Because you know there's other fish in the sea, that is.
Yes, sir. I like it, Source. I like it. So if you're going to do that.
We got 4 joints left, right?
Yep.
All right.
I gotta find 2 replacements, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna go heavy again. I know I just went to this album. I'm going right back to this album. When albums, some of the greatest hip hop joints, albums of all time, you can run them back to back to back if you want. But I'm not letting this get past me. I'm gonna stay with the Chronic. I'm gonna go with the Day the Niggas Took Over. Yeah.
Shout out to my man's Aaron Showtime Taylor, who is the person, the voice that you hear leading up to that joint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my man from TikTok of all places. Well, I mean, I guess I met a lot of people on TikTok. That's my man, though. He's I've interviewed him. We've talked a number of times, and yeah, he was in San Quentin. He was in California State Prison System for 26 years.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up. So there's a documentary called Q Ball. It was on Netflix. It was about they had a basketball league in San Quentin. So when he was there, the last time he was there, Golden State Warriors coaching staff and a couple of players started coming to San Quentin once a year, and they would play against the inmate team. So it would be the coaches and I don't want maybe some end of the roster players. But other people show up. I know he talked about like he said, mentioning Draymond coming and play, but they would come to play. Aaron ended up being the announcer when they would play. He built a relationship with Golden State. Once he gets out at the beginning of the pandemic, he gets a call, or maybe before he got out, he gets a call from Golden State saying, they'd like to bring him in at some point in time. He ends up doing the announcing of the lineups for a Golden State Warriors game. This man was on Kelly Clarkson's show. He was on the news. He was on ESPN. Like, he's been all over the place. And yeah, it's crazy. But shout out to my man, Aaron Showtime Taylor. Sheesh.
Shout out to him. That's fire. That is fire. What you got?
Dang, Prime. I said all that. I forgot what song you said. I ain't even write it down.
I got the day niggas took over.
Yeah. That's right. Of course, which led to the story. That's why I said all that. Okay. Well, look, since we back here, I ain't gonna lie, Prime. I'm going lyrical gangbang. I mean, I ain't, that's what we're
play with him. It's
the Chronic takeover.
Don't play with him. Don't play with him.
Lyrical gangbang, but it's just a G thing.
All right. So what we got? 3 more each? Yep, 3 more. So my next one, let's take it back to Eric B. but don't sweat the technique. That's where I'm going.
Yes, sir. Can't go wrong with Eric B. and Rakim.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sweat the technique. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. I'm going with, well, we haven't mentioned this artist up until this point. So shout out to Grand Poobah, even though we did mention him in 1995 on that list. But I'm going Grand Poobah off his first solo LP, 360, What Goes Around.
Mm-hmm.
What goes around comes back around again.
Yeah, I had a couple of joints on that album that I had on backup. Don't look like I'm going to use them. But yeah, shout out to my man Poobah. All right. My next one is a song that, so it made the album in 1992, even though it was not released as a single until 1993. So I just want to make that clear. I'm going with the Ill Street Blues by G Rap. You had it on your list.
It's my next song.
Yeah, got to go with Cool G rapping them, man. I got to go with You Lose. You got the Ill Street Blues.
Yeah, man. That was my next joint.
Love
That
that
was
shit.
my next
Love
joint.
everything about that song.
Cross that out. All right. Well, okay. Here's the thing. Out of the 29 songs that I had, I am down to 3. 4. I've got 4 left. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go back to that artist. Instead, all right. Here's my dilemma. I don't think either's gonna make the top 10 when we do the top 10 list on Wednesday. But that's neither here. If we do this one on Wednesday anyway. But that's neither here nor there. The 2 songs, because the other one's going on definitely. Right. My 20th song is definitely. The songs I'm deciding between is Diamond D, Sally Got a One Track Mind, and Chubb Rock, Lost in the Storm. I think I'm gonna go Chubb Rock because I mentioned Diamond D already, and like I said, neither is gonna make it to the final, to the next thing we do with 1992. Lost in the Storm. All right, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going Sally. I'm going Sally.
I ain't mad at that.
One track.
I ain't mad at that at all.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
At all.
I'm sorry, Chubb Rock. I love you, Chubb Rock. Salute.
All right, so I'm down to my last one, and I've got a couple that I thought about, but I realized I have to go with this one, even though I did mention this person earlier. I started off with this person, but it is one of my favorite songs ever made by the Funk Dr. Spock, because he be spitting crazy on this joint. And that song would be Rated R. I'm going with Rated R. And I love that song because just if nothing else alone, y'all know I'm a horror movie fan. The whole when he kicks the bars about Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers. Yo, Freddy Krueger, he dreamed about me having him scooped up. He woke up with his dukes up. Like, yeah, it's crazy. So I got to shout out that song. So I'm gonna end it with Rated R by Redman.
That's what's up. I had Blow Your Mind, so I didn't know if you were gonna say that. Nah. I had Blow Your Mind. That's the other song that I had that was left. But this song I gotta go with as my last song. It had to be mentioned. I mentioned the duo already, but that was for the most obvious joint, which was TROY. But Straighten It Out has got to be on my list. Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Straighten It Out. That's my last joint. 20 for 20. Bang, bang. 1992. It's crazy. And yeah, I stand by my list.
I stand by mine as well. And just to let you know, I actually had Straighten It Out at number 12, but I crossed it off during this show just because I just felt like I wanted to put Lots of Lovin' on there. I just like Lots of Lovin'.
See, and when you said Lots of Lovin', I thought you were going to say Straighten It Out. So
yeah, I got
it worked out.
The paper says Straighten It Out. I just threw a line through it. I just felt like putting it on there. So
okay, that's what's up.
I had to be true to myself. I just love the song. So
exactly.
All right. So let me run down mine real quick.
Okay.
All right. So for 1992, what were my 20 of my favorites? Did the best I could with it, and I felt I did a good job. I did a good job. A couple things I probably wanted to put on here, but I'm fine with this list. So first up, I went with Time for Some Action. Second up, I went Know the Ledge, Eric B. and Rakim. Third, Soliloquy of Chaos by Gangstar. It Was a Good Day by Cube. Age Ain't Nothing But a Number by Chi Ali. They Want Effects by Das Effects. Warm It Up by Criss Cross. A hidden gem, in my opinion, Puffin' on Blunts and Drinking Tanqueray by Dr. Dre, featuring Rage, Corrupt, and Daz. Fat Pockets, Showbiz and AG. Can't Hear Nothing But the Music by EPMD. At 12, I went with Lots of Loving by Pete Rock and CL Smooth. 13, I went F What You Heard by Diamond D. 14, I went back to Das Effects and I chose Mike Checker. 15, we went with Dre, Let Me Ride. 16, I went with MC Search on his solo joint. I went back to the grill. 17, The Day the Niggas Took Over. Dr. Dre again. Chronic is represented heavy on my list. 18, back to Eric B. and Rakim, Don't Sweat the Technique. 19, I went with the Ill Street Blues by Cool G Rap. And at number 20, I went with Rated R by Redman.
I'm rated R. This is a warning. Salute, Brian. It's a dope list. I like that.
Hey, your boy DJ El Bor is in the house.
El Bore, what up, though? That's my man right there. One of the illest. Salute. One of the illest, straight out of San Antonio.
Definitely.
All right, let me run through my 20. Bro? Let me run through my 20. I started out with Double X Posse. Nah, baby, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Strong.
Gangstar, Take It Personal, take it personal. Then of course we're gonna be heavy Dr. Dre as well. I got High Powered. That's my third song. I got House of Pain, Jump Around as number 4. The fifth one is Arrested Development, Tennessee. Then we went over to EPMD with Redman and K Solo for that headbanger. What? That headbanger. Crisscross. Yes, Crisscross is on the list with Jump.
Yes, sir.
Far Side, Passing Me By. Pete and CL. I've had the last 2 weeks, I thought I was having CL Smooth on Beat Cypher Wednesday. I don't know if it's a fake CL Smooth. I don't know if I'm being trolled. I don't know if it's catfish. I don't know what's going on, but they ain't showing up. So I'm going to find out one day. But anyway, TROY is on the list. Redman, Tonight's the Night. I don't care if 92 Interlude is just an interlude. It's on my list. Gangstar 92 Interlude. Dr. Dre, Stranded on Death Row. Diamond D, Best Kept Secret. Yeah. Ice Cube featuring Das Effects, Check Yourself. DJ Quick, Just Like Compton. Back to the Far Side one more time with Other Fish.
Yeah.
Back to Dre, because The Chronic is in my favorite 5. Lyrical Gangbang. Grand Poobah, 360, What Goes Around. Number 19 for me, Sally Got a One Track Mind, Back to Diamond D one more time. And number 20, back to one of my favorite duos, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Straighten It Out.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Strong list, Source. That's a strong list right there, man.
Word.
That is a strong list. So heavy, like I say, heavy Dre influence on this one, as it should have been.
Heavy. Like super heavy. And I could have thrown a couple of songs. Right. We being nice.
Yeah, that's what happened when you're dealing with a classic, man. Classic. Fire. And we made good time on that joint too, man.
I know. I was just looking at it. Like, we did that less than an hour, I think.
We make
it out.
Like I was worried about the pace and shit. We killed that.
Yeah.
92 was strong, man. So we're gonna have a little bit of a time with that one when we get down to breaking it. When we break that one down and have to narrow it down to 10.
Oh man. That jump about to go crazy.
Yeah. But you talking about having a time? We're really gonna have a time.
Say that ain't have nothing on this.
This 1996, bro. Oh my goodness. And as Source said early in the show, we could have probably went 40 a piece on this joint. This joint is like mad crazy. So
easy.
So putting this one together was a struggle, especially when you went through what I went through this morning. You're talking about a struggle. It's one thing when you got time to do it, but then when you gotta go back and redo it because you left your notes somewhere, and in a short amount of time, it's really a struggle. So I got to make sure I got everything in the right year on this one. But yeah, I removed the 92 paperwork, so we're gonna see. But let's get into 1996, man. 1996, and you go ahead and throw out your first.
All right, I'm just letting y'all know I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to be careful here. I got 37 songs written down. I gotta break it down to 20. I can't believe 37, and I definitely skipped songs that I should have on the list, but just because I knew it was getting out of control, I was like, probably might say it, or we just won't worry about it. But I'm gonna start off with Busta Rhymes off of The Coming.
Yep.
Featuring, I gotta think about it. Jamal, Redman, Rampage, Lord Have Mercy, Keith Murray, right? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Busta Rhymes, Flip Mode Squad meets Def Squad. First on the list.
Come out smoking. Check it out. With L. Boris says 96 is that year, man. Yeah, it is definitely crazy. It was definitely crazy.
Out of control.
Yeah. So like I say, man, it's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna get left off, and some stuff is gonna surprise some people too. But especially I'm known to come out of left field with some craziness. So, but it's not crazy.
But yeah, again, it is. This is our favorite songs from those years, so they just got to deal with it.
Well, let's not mess around with it. Let's go out to the cats that I've always respected and got mad love for the love that they've gotten here in recent years because of their breakthrough. I'm going to go with De La Soul. Stakes is high.
Ooh, you starting out with Stakes is High. Come on.
I'm starting out with Stakes is High, man.
I like that.
I just got to go on and get it. I told you, I got to start my tapes. So my tapes got to always start off with something that bangs. No matter how it goes in the middle, no matter how it ends. But I got to start off with one of my absolute favorites. So, Stakes is High by De La Soul.
Okay. Here's the messed up part. I don't like. This is a list where I have no idea what I'm choosing. Flip Mode Squad meets Def Squad. I just looked at the list and I saw that one and I was like, that's easy. I can easily just say that one because that's gonna be there by the time I get to 20. But man, there's so many joints. You know what? Let's go with another obvious one. Different feel, not the same vein. And you know what? Nope. Actually, let's go with a song that features a rapper that we don't talk about a lot. Part of one of the greatest groups of all time, 9-man group or 10-man group, actually, when you count everybody. But fresh off of Ghostface, he has a new album that just came out on Friday. Supreme Clientele 2. That joint is tough, well done, well put together. It's as always, Ghostface always drops fire albums.
Yes,
this was from Iron Man, 1996. Black Jesus featuring You God. Right in the mix too, but featuring You God for real.
I like it, man. I like it.
Point.
I like it. I like how you dug that one out too. That's fire. So what do I want to do? Nah, this is what I'm gonna do. Because I had to replace this one anyway. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come out in that same vein. I gotta stick with it on a song that was actually featured on 2 albums. It was featured on one of the most fire albums this artist has ever made. Well, not this particular artist, but the artist who this song was on. But also it was featured on the soundtrack for the double up. Matter of fact, I heard on the soundtrack first. And I just want to let you know, Source, you might see me with this LC Bird hoodie on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, I might have on a Dallas Cowboy hoodie. You know why? Because every other day, my whole dress code switch, bro. I got to go with Winter Wars. Got to go with Winter Wars, Capadonna, and them. So, shout out to Capadonna, goes the whole clan. So, I'm going with Winter Wars, bro.
Can't get a brother like dime a dozen. Even if I'm smoked out, I can't be scoped out. I'm too ill. I represent Park Hill. See my face on a $20 bill.
Cash, get $10 back. Yes, sir.
That's a great pick. Great pick. So I can cross that off my list. Thank you, Prime. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
All right. As I just scroll around looking at different songs and being like, that's on the list. That's on the list. I got one of those. I mean, I had two of them. I lost one of them. Oh, I lost one of them. Where'd it go? All right. Anyway, I'll just go with this other one. I know you're probably gonna mention this song. You know what? I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna let you have that one. Actually, I'll tell you when you name that one. I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna go to the Hell on Earth album from Mobb Deep. Give me God Part 3.
I like it, man. I like it. I like it. So I cross that one now. I like it. Dope pick right there. So since you're doing that, I'm gonna keep it cool. You know, I'm all about the trash talk, diss records, the whole nine yards. I've mentioned it probably every time we've done one of these. So I'm just gonna take it to the West Coast and keep it simple. I'm gonna go Bow Down by the West Side Connection. Yes, sir. Love that joint. It ain't the only song I love on the album either. The album's dope.
Yeah, it's a tough album. Tough album. Bow Down. Man, hold on, Prime. What was your number 2? I wrote down
Winter Wars.
I wrote down my song on your side. Let me get my life together. All right, so then I said God, Father Part 3, and you said Bow Down.
Mm-hmm.
Bow down to it. That's greater than you. Ooh, okay. Since we West Coasting it. Since we West Coasting it. Ooh, am I throwing up the dub? Am I throwing up the dub on them? Yeah. I'm gonna go Raz Cass. Soul on Ice remix. The Diamond D remix. It's not on the album, but Soul on Ice is on the album, and it's the remix, so I'm going with it. It was in 1996. That was the song I had to look up to make sure that the remix actually dropped in 96. It did, so I'm going with it. Soul on Ice.
I like it. And I can take that off my list as well. I had that on my joint. I had it in the backup pool, but still, pure dopeness. Pure dopeness. Where do we want to go next? I'm gonna shuffle this one. Let me see. Nah, don't mess around with it. Let's just come out with it, man. I am going to go affirmative action. Yeah, I'm going affirmative. Yeah. Give me Nas and
Jealousy.
Yes, sir. Foxy. Yeah. Give me that affirmative action, bro. That's why I'm going with it. That's where I'm going with it.
Can't be mad at that at all.
Now.
All right, let's get a little heavy-handed with it one time. You know, bam, 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 bam. Smooth the Hustler, Broken Language. Shout out to Trigger the Gambler.
So that is so fire. It's so fire on so many levels. First is a dope song. Still a banger when you play it. But what's even crazier, as we did earlier, that was actually my next song. Broken Language was my next song. But that's cool. Yeah. I'm cool. Because it gives me a chance to slide in one of my favorites. It's probably not a banger at all, but it gives me a chance to put it in there. Just because I can. So we're going to go back to De La Soul featuring Common. Give me the business.
Woo! That's what we're doing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even mad at you for taking broken language, right? I can put the business in there. Yeah.
Boom. That's a 3 out of 5. Whoop anybody. It's an NBA live. Ooh, okay. All right. Oh man, there's so many songs that I want to say. I need to just start crossing joints out like now. I need to start crossing songs out because it's too much happening. There's too much happening, bro. I was sure what I was going with a second ago, and now I'm confused. I'm as confused. All right, all right. I'm gonna go. Blase, blase.
Mm-hmm.
When the East is in the house, oh my
Oh
God,
my
danger.
I like it. I like it. Well, I knew one of us was gonna get that one.
Definitely,
Obvious.
yeah, definitely.
That's an obvious joint right there. Obvious club banger right there. So good pick, man. You already knew dealing with me that these boys was gonna get on this list some kind of way. I don't care if they were gonna make it anywhere else, but I'm gonna take it over to my boys, Helter Skelter. Give me that Operation Lockdown, baby. It went down like this.
I got a couple joints. I got a couple joints.
As you should. As you should. I got to go Operation Lockdown, man.
Okay.
Helter Skelter in the house.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all.
Yeah, I tell you, when it comes to the boot camp, Click, The Shining, and this album here, like they stand like neck and neck for me right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's that operation, man. That operation, and not match. Anyway, let me stop, man. I ain't go on. Go ahead.
You make me want to take one of my songs and say it right now. I'm not gonna do it though. I'm not gonna be pressured. I'm not gonna be pressured into taking a song that's on my list. I'm gonna go with this other joint. We mentioned this artist at least 4 times for 92. I got him on 96 as well. My favorite Redman album is from 1996. That's Muddy Waters. I'm going Pick It Up, Pick It Up. I love that song. Love that song.
I thought you were gonna go with a different song, but that's fine. That is fine.
It's multiple. It's multiple.
Yeah. I know that's your favorite red joint. I already know.
Yeah, that's my one joint right there.
I know you were coming with that Redman heat off that album today. So, all right. Next up, I'm gonna go to. I call him an unsung hero because he's probably not anybody's favorite rapper, but he's been nice on them boards. You know, he's a punchline king, but he's nice on the boards as well, and he's still very active on social media, especially DJing, giving daily affirmation, things of that nature. And I got to go with my main man, Lord Finesse.
Yo.
And I'm going to go with Brainstorm featuring KRS-One and OC. I love that joint.
I had a whole conversation yesterday morning with Lonnie B about Lord Finesse because that is his favorite rapper of all time.
Look, he's not my favorite rapper, but I will stand with that man like 9% of the time. Lord Finesse is dope, man. Just his whole everything about him, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be confused as being the greatest rapper out there. Delivery a little different, bunch of punchlines, but he's always in the room with the right people. You know what I'm saying? He did what he did the music the way he wanted to do it. DJing, production. He don't get credit. He's a decent producer. And and he's part of digging in the crate. So yeah, that's my guy.
For sure.
I'm a fan.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Let's go. I hate to start crossing stuff out. I really do, but it might make my life easier. You know what? I got to go to my people first, though. I should go. Do I want to go obvious or do I want to go with my favorite song on AT Aliens is actually not the obvious. It is 13th Floor, Growing Old.
Right.
I know it doesn't fit the mold, but I'm going with that because that's I can just listen to that joint over and over.
Nice. All right, so let's be doing that. I'm gonna trail back to an album that you hit on earlier, but I'm gonna go with my favorite song off that album. So you mentioned Mobb Deep. I'm coming Mobb Deep. Okay. My joint is Drop a Gem.
Drop a gem on them.
Drop a gem. Drop a gem on them. So I'm going with Drop a Gem.
Yes, sir. Love that. Love that. What are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we ain't too far in. Well, we are. That's 40%. We 40% in. Yep. All right. I said I had 37 joints. If we are at song 9 next, I should have crossed out at least 7 songs off my list by now. Because since I had 37 total, I should have crossed out 7. I haven't crossed out any that that I'm not going to use. I'm going to, after I say this one, I'm going to cross out some songs.
Got you.
In my mind, anyway. That's what I'm saying. We'll see if my pen actually moves to do it. My favorite song off an album that you mentioned earlier, like I have a different song listed as well, and I think you might mention it, but you might not. I don't know. But my favorite song from It Was Written is The Message. The Message is my joint, and that's what I'm going with.
I like it. I like it. I like it. And true to form, we're in the same area code, it looks like, because I'm going to that album as well. But I was coming back with I Gave You Power.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. I Gave You Power was sitting right there. And truth be told, I'm going to be honest with you. I actually had that coming off earlier, but I wanted to get affirmative action in there. So I just swapped the spots. That's all. So, I Gave You Power.
Okay. I gotta mention it because I always mention it when I Gave You Power comes up. I gotta say it. A lot of people give credit to Nas for it being the first song, and I'm not saying this other song is the first. I don't know what the first was to personify something else. So what it's called, personification, I believe, is what it was called in English class. When you make an object, I'll talk about an object like it's a person or like it's a a live thing. And he talked as a gun or about a gun as a gun. But Organized Confusion on Stress the Extinction Agenda album did Straight Bullet, where they were talking from the perspective of a bullet. And they from Queens too. So a lot of people skip over that joint. Nas said he had never heard the song. And he said, I mean, what can I do? I can't argue with Nas. Nas said it. What am I going to do? But I find it hard to believe that nobody in the room, I get it if Queensbridge ain't listening to Organized Confusion, but Organized Confusion is from Queens. So Straight Bullet, like somebody had to know. For me personally, I think that they figured, that was a joint. One, this is a different, I mean, that was a bullet, this is a gun. 2, less people have heard Straight Bullet than are going to hear I Gave You Power, and it's not going to matter. So, but it does matter to me, so I'm going to mention it every time.
Dope.
But let me see. Next joint for me. Let me go on back to Helter Skelter one time, featuring OGC. La Flor, Escoshka. Matter of fact, I had a website where I used to do, it was like a blog basically. I used to type whatever the topic was of the day that I was going to talk about. I talked about it. It was dope. It was actually pretty dope. It was called Escoshka.com, just because, if the people who knew what Escoshka, like they caught that, those would be the type of people that I would expect to see the site and care. They'd be like, oh yeah, Scotia. He said it's Scotia. Okay. But it lasted for a couple of years. But that's my joint. Salute. Rest in peace, Sean P.
For sure. Let me see. Oh, boy. So hold on. You supposed to be watching church, bro? Is that what you watching? I think that's what he's saying. He said, hey, if that's the case, we appreciate it.
Listen, we don't want to affect your spiritual walk. Yeah, boy, we don't want to affect your spiritual walk. But we talking hip hop, and that's a spiritual thing too.
Indeed.
This is a religion of sorts.
Indeed. Indeed. All right, next up, guy who hasn't hit the list yet, but I imagine he was heavy. Like we've had some like back when we did like 98, and we talked about DMX being heavy. 92, that was a heavy Dre influence. Man, you can go to a lot of these years, but in 96, we talk about folks putting out a couple of albums. Your boy Pop put out a couple of albums, man. Had a couple of joints. So
knew we were getting here.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. I'm going to go with Ambitions of a Rider.
I was just deciding which Pac song I thought was going to make my list, and that's literally the first song on my list, period. That's the first song. Under 1996, it says Ambitions. That's the first thing written.
Yeah, a lot of heat, man. Yeah, it's one of them joints I feel bad about because a couple of my favorite joints is no need to even put them on this list, but it's crazy.
That joint's so crazy. That joint's so crazy.
My other favorites, I should say, Ambition of a Rider is a favorite.
Yeah. Anybody that follows any social media stuff I do, really TikTok for the most part, but anybody that follows that has seen me rap the Lauryn Hill verse from How Many Mics. So I gotta have How Many Mics on the list. It's got to be on the list.
You got to have it, man. You got to have it. You got to have it. You got to have it. A man said, "Yeah, this is my spiritual place right now, bro." He said he put it on my TV. I'm getting a double dose. I like it, man. I like it, man. That is so dope, man. We appreciate you so much. You just don't know. You just don't know. All right. And you went with How Many Mics, which is crazy. Because my next song was How Many Mics. But in the cut, just in case, because I didn't figure we would double it up, I had Ready or Not Ready.
You had How Many Mics on your list too?
That was my next song.
Wow, that's crazy.
That was my next song.
That's crazy.
That was my next song. So, but
that's crazy.
I feel Ready or Not is strong, definitely strong, and I love that joint. So I had that waiting.
Yeah, of course. Ready or Not is in the mix as well. But I ain't got to worry about it. I ain't even got to consider it no more.
Trying to help you out a little bit, man.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. I'm trying to decide if The Joke is worth putting a song on the list, but El Boy, The Joke is gonna have to wait to the end. I don't know if it's even gonna make the list. I don't know if the song's gonna make the list, so I'm not gonna say that song. We'll get to that in a few. I gotta rock with. Sheesh. I just noticed how many songs I have from one album. Okay. I gotta rock with Outkast one more time. We gotta go back to that Outkast. Elevators, even though, I mean, not really even though, but it was the first single, all that, we get it. That song is crazy.
Yes, it is.
The hook is crazy. Andre's last verse is crazy. It's just a lot of craziness coming off of their first album and then appearing on Goody Mob's album. Then you getting smacked with this. This is what we coming back with? Me and you. What? Yeah, Elevators is on my list.
As it should be. As it should be. So much heat, man. So much heat. On that ATLiens album, man. So I like that pick. I'm gonna come back with Lord Finesse once again. Yeah, because that Awaiting album was crazy to me. Yeah, I'm coming back with him again. I told you I like the kid, man. But this time I'm coming with No Gimmicks featuring KRS-One. Yes.
You taking all the KRS-One joints.
I mean, them two of the dopest joints on that album. Two of the dopest joints on that album. There's a lot of heat on that album.
Man, listen, I have been looking at my list. It's a one because I started scribbling because it was right before we was gonna start. Well, also we're a little late because my kids showed up. They showed up. I thought they were coming over later, but they showed up. So I'm downstairs talking to them while I was already working on my stuff. And then I'm like, man, I gotta hurry up so we can start the show. And I started scribbling songs. And I have been looking at this song, trying to figure out what it was, and it just clicked in my brain what it was. So I'm putting it on the list just because of that. Plus, it was probably gonna be on the list anyway. One of my favorite groups is The Roots.
Yeah.
Their third album, which some people would say is their second album because nobody knows. I mean, a lot of people don't know Organics, and I didn't know Organics when they came out. I thought the first thing I saw from The Roots was the Distortion and Static video, but that was the second album. So the third album, Illadelph Half-Life, had My Joint Concerto of the Desperado. R-O-O-D, or can you spell R-O-O-T-S, just the flow. Yeah.
Yeah. Strong. I can go ahead and tell you, not got the cat out the bag.
That's what we're here for.
One of the, when I mentioned feeling guilty about not being able to put certain things, and it's a couple of joints on that I would love to have on my album.
Exactly.
But you know, I squeezed them in on another show because I wanted to, but because they got some joints that I love. But shout out to The Roots, man, and I'm glad I knew you was coming with it though, so we good.
Word.
Boris, I can make a mixtape out of y'all's list. No doubt, man. I've gone back and listened to all the joints we've done, and pretty much made a mixtape for every song that we've done. You know, that we've picked, and some extras too, but for sure. A lot of stuff you forget, man. Not until you go back and remember and listen to these albums again, listen to these songs again, and be like, dang, God, that was on there. Yeah. But it was 96. That, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, a lot of fire, man. Go on, my man Stocks, man, off the Iron Man album. I'm going that Daytona 500. Got to go with Ghostface Killer. That speed racer type, you feel me?
Yeah, the video.
Yes, sir.
What number was that, Brian? Do you know?
I was 13. I was 13.
13. Golly.
Yep.
Oh man. I'm gonna be disappointed. I can tell I'm gonna have to skip a few joints that I really wanted to mention. All right. I'm going with my favorite off of Reasonable Doubt because Hove has not been mentioned. I don't think we've mentioned Hove. But it's Reasonable Doubt, so we gotta get into that. So I'm going with the first song featuring Mary J. Blige. You know, you heard Mary talk about this and them giving her a bag, an actual bag of money. They asked her to come pull up and do the joint.
You know what?
And Dame gave her
I did, but I didn't. I did hear about it. Yeah.
Yeah, Dame gave her a bag of money. Bam, take that. She was like, all right, and rolled out. That would be Can't Knock the Hustle.
Wow. I like it though. I like it. Got to show Reasonable Doubt the appropriate love on that. That is a dope song. That's a nice pick.
Yeah.
For me, I'm going to bring it back to Pac again. We talk about Pac dropping a couple of albums in that same year, but I'm going to the other album, the Don Illuminati joint. Yeah, I'm going to that joint. And it's not the song, one of the first songs that you may think.
Come on.
My favorite song off that album that hooked me the first time I heard it, of course, I love diss tracks. Bomb First. I'm going with Bomb First. Yeah, he came out there just getting everybody some heat. Nas might be everybody. He was just slinging. So, and the beat is ill. You know, the music is crazy in that joint. So I'm going with Bomb first.
Okay. So you said that was 14?
Well, 14 for me.
That was 14. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we're up to song number 15. Yeah.
We gonna see. He was actually heavy. I think the last show we did. So we gonna see, Elboy. We gonna see. Can you see what he put in there? Can you see the comment?
No.
Yeah, I gotta change the what's the name. The next one. He says that we better have some Nori in here.
Not up in here. I'm struggling with this joint. I am struggling because there's 6 songs left. 6 songs left. I'm not even considering that there's 6 songs left. I'm just looking at my list and trying to pick one of them right now, and I can't pick one. Oh man. I gotta go. I ain't mad at you. I gotta put it on there. I got you. It's only right. It's only right. Tupac, I ain't mad at you.
For sure.
For sure. Right.
Not mad at that pick. Definitely not mad at that pick.
Also, just for the record, I didn't even write down every song from The Coming that I wanted on my list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. I got 2, and I'm gonna do some shuffling at the bottom. I'm trying to see. I got 3 really. If any of them gonna make the list, and I know that at least 2 of them should, but I just don't know. This is crazy. I don't know. We're gonna see.
We have done this to ourselves though, so we can't really say much. And wait until we do this joint and try to get down to 10 songs.
Woo! Let's see. Yeah, so I gotta go and do it too. Then, so if we on number, I'm on 15. Yeah, I gotta give reasonable doubt some love as well. But what I'm going to go with, we used to fight for building blocks. Now we fight for blocks with buildings. Make it killing. Yeah, that's where I'm going. The Eagles, man. Yeah.
Okay, there it is. So my joke was related to El Borre talking about supposed to be watching church and then putting the Evils on the list. So
not bad, dog. Not bad.
Oh, I'm not sure I was gonna get there. It ain't matter. I'm glad you named it though. So now I don't have to worry about naming the joint. Dang, that's good though. That's a little help for me. That's a little help for me. All right, I'm gonna take this last 5 very seriously. I just want you. Oh, okay. I'm crossing that out. Boom. Look, see, I'm making progress. Cross the song. Crossing that out. Boom. Crossing out that. I just crossed out 3 songs. I just want y'all to know I am making progress in life. Oh man, I don't want to cross that out. I don't want to cross that out. Shout out to Mad Skills. I'm crossing out my song. I got to shout out Mad Skills though. I'm crossing out my song that I had on my list. Oh, sheesh. And shout out to Bahamadia. I'm crossing out my song that I had on my list. I'm crossing them out, trying to make progress.
While you deciding, I want to tell El Borre that, so you mentioned Nori and Pun. Now, when we did 98, they both were heavy. We just did 98 with last show, right?
98. Yeah, that was last Sunday.
Yeah, that's our last show.
No,
so
not last Sunday. Sunday before last.
Sunday before last. Yeah, we weren't here last Sunday. Sunday before last, we did 98, and I will tell you that both Nori and Punt were heavy.
Heavy. Nori was crazy on the list.
Yeah. Yeah, I came with some Punt. So.
All right. My last 5 songs. I might have to bring it. Oh, all right. This is going on the list because it is one of the great, and you might be holding on to it, but it's one of the greatest, considered one of the greatest stories in hip hop history, for real. It's one of them ones. It is the Lost Boys. Renee. I can't not put Renee on the list. Gotta make sure Renee is out there.
No doubt. Dope pick. So you going with Renee. I'm gonna come back at number 16 because I can't go by without, Outkast is a group that I love. We talk about our love for Outkast over the years. One of the dopest ever. And when I go to that album, I'm with you with everything you said earlier about the songs and Elevator and everything. But I'm going to go with Over the Woods.
Wow.
Yeah. I love everything about that song. And it was tough because I was about to go another direction, another song on there, but I think I'm gonna stick with the Woods, man.
I ain't mad at that. I don't think I would have got there. It would have took me a minute to get there from that album. But I mean, dopeness nonetheless. Oh man. Sheesh. All right. Y'all can't see my list. I'm holding up the paper. Let me see. This song is still alive. 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 That's 7 songs. We got 4 spots left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I got one more. I got 8. I ain't gonna do y'all like that. I'm not gonna do my favorite group like that. I'm putting them on the list right now. Tribe. So this would have been the second year that I did not mention my favorite group on the list. But I'm gonna go with Stressed Out. I'm gonna go with Stressed Out from A Tribe Called Quest.
I like it. I like it.
Faith Evans.
I like it. All right.
Yeah.
This one you should have known was coming. If you really think about it, knowing me. I'm going to go with, my man said, can you cook, darling? At the stove, you evolving. Baked macaroni, turkey wings, and brother starving. Give me that Camé by Ghostface. I don't know how far it's going to go when we get to that joint, when we do this on the Wednesday, but I like that song. One of my favorite songs on that Iron Man joint. So.
All right. Yeah, I know, Prime. That's good. That's a good one. That was not on my list. That was a good one. I do have another Ghostface song, and that is the song I was considering saying before I said Stressed Out. But I feel like since I said I had 8 songs left and there were 4 spots, for every one I say, I need to cross one out. So at this point, I'm gonna cross out, but I'm gonna shout out Heather B. All Glocks down.
Sure.
Respect to Heather B. I still want you on B Cypher Wednesday, Heather B. Please. No. She been in the comments before,
Word.
On Instagram. So maybe
I told you we were talking before, about a couple of months ago, and I told you the appreciation I got, for that album. You know what I'm saying? It's got like at least 2 or 3 other joints to me that, that bang for me on that album. Yeah,
shout out to MOP as well.
Yes, sir. Shout out Hella B.
Yes, indeed. I think I'm going with it. I think I'm going with Fish. Ghostface.
Nice. Nice.
It was fighting for a spot. I'm gonna go ahead and give that spot to Fish.
All right. So I'm down to I got 3 left. Woo! Mm. So many I could go with the same artist. We will go back to Pac, but I'm gonna go with one of the lesser celebrated songs again because I have my appreciation for the song, and I like guest appearances. So I'm just gonna go with "Picture Me Rolling." I like the vibe of that song.
Tough.
Shout out Big Sight, and you know I got appreciation. Rest in peace for my man CPO. So yeah, I'm gonna go with "Picture Me Rolling."
Can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that. All right, that means I got 2 joints left, bro. 2 joints left. All right, Buster. I'm sorry. Since I got to cross out another song, like I said, I'm gonna cross out "Keep It Moving" from the coming. Keep it moving along. Keep it moving along. You know what? For some reason, the song I'm about to say is not on my list, even though I thought it, but it's not here. I'm staying with Busta Rhymes. Abandoned Ship is on the list. Abandoned Ship is on my list. I don't care who list it ain't on. It's on my list. I don't know why it's not written down, but sorry, it's skipping all these joints.
Well, that's crazy. That's crazy because I'm going back to Busta myself. And I know earlier it seemed like it would have been Everything Remains Raw, and I had it on the wrong year, wrote it down on the wrong page. But you inspired me with your pictures now. And I was thinking whether or not I was going to put this on here. But I got to stay true to myself, man. So I'm going to do my thing.
Woo! Watch me
That's
get
my
down
joint. Do my thing.
Do my thing, baby.
Do my thing by Busta Rhymes.
Sheesh,
I remember him performing that joint at the show at the Richmond Coliseum that time, man. He tore that joint down. The whole album rocked, but he got busy on that joint.
Sometimes I forget I seen Busta Rhymes live. I forget about it. It was at the Slip, yo.
At the Slip?
Yep. Which that's crazy.
I remember him being there twice at the Coliseum. But yeah, I saw him both times.
Yeah. All right, I'm down to my last song, Prime.
Me too.
Down to my last song. Now, if I was going popularity, I'd go with. Look, I'm just starting naming songs right now, but I'm crossing them off the list. If I was going popularity, I'd go Jeeps, Lex Coupes, Beamers, and the Benz. Man, I'm sheesh. I told you I had more Helter Skelter. I got Sean Price on here. I'm not Sean. Yeah, got that on here, but I'm gonna cross that out. De La Soul, I got Dennett on here, but I don't think I'm gonna go with that joint. I'm gonna let that go. Fugees, I got Zealots on here because I love that song. But again, that could be 3 other songs as well. I'm not gonna go with that, which leaves me with 2 songs. It might be 3, but I guess the third one not gonna be mentioned because I can't find it in all the scribble. I got Paparazzi by Exhibit and You Can't Stop the Rain. Oh, You Still Can't Stop the Rain. I was about to say Notorious, by Shaq featuring the Notorious B.I.G. You Can't Stop the Rain. Paparazzi. I'm going Paparazzi. Feels better in my spirit. Paparazzi is what it is.
Well, bless your heart, because you leave that for me. You Can't Stop the Rain by Shaq. So for me, the last one that I was fighting with myself over. One was because I felt like I wanted that song to be on the list. You Can't Stop the Rain. But one was more of a shout out, even though I think the song is dope, is to keep it in the vein of the boot camp click. And I was fighting out between Shaq and Hurricanes to Rain.
That was on my list earlier.
Yeah, but I'm going with You Can't Stop the Rain. Shaq D.
Oh man, all right. I'll run off my list real quick. Take from the top, Tippy.
1, 2.
Oh my people. All right. Flip Mode Squad meets Def Squad. Of course, that's Busta Rhymes. And I got Ghostface Black Jesus, Razcast Soul on Ice remix. I'm sorry, take that back. What's on the list? Razcast Soul on Ice remix, Mobb Deep God Part 3, Smooth the Hustler featuring his brother Trigger,
Word.
Broken Language, Blase Blase, Danger, Redman Pick It Up, Outkast 13th Floor / Growing Old, Nas The Message, Helter Skelter, La Flor, La Fla, Escoshka.
Nice.
Fugees, How Many Mics, back to Outkast, Elevators, The Roots, Concerto of the Desperado, Jay-Z off that Reasonable Doubt. I got Can't Knock the Hustle featuring Mary. Pop, I Ain't Mad at You. Lost Boys, Renee. Tribe, Stressed Out. Ghostface, Fish. Busta and Rampage, Abandoned Ship. And Exhibit, Paparazzi.
I like it. I like it. Dope list, man. Dope list.
Appreciate it.
Let's see. Checking something real quick before I go to another list. Something just popped on my screen I was trying to find.
You good?
All right. So for me in 96, I went with Stakes is High by De La Soul. Winter Wars. You got the whole clan up, and then you got Capadonna, got Ghost, Master Killer, all of them. But got to go with Winter Wars. Again, that song appeared on 2 albums that year, which is crazy. The album and a soundtrack. So next up, I went Bow Down by West Side Connection. I went Affirmative Action by Nas and the Crew. You got Cormega, you got Fox, you got all of them up in the mix, man. So shout out to that song. I went with my substitute actually was The Business, the De La Soul on that bad boy featuring Common. Next up was Operation Lockdown, of course, by Helter Skelter. Brainstorm by Lord Finesse featuring KRS-One and OC. These might be out of order a little bit, but I got the songs. I went with Drop a Gem on Them by Mobb Deep. Went with Ambitions of a Rider by Pop. I went with I Gave You Power by Nas. I went with Ready or Not by the Fugees. At 12, I went No Gimmicks by Lord Finesse again, featuring KRS-One. 13, I went with that Daytona 500, Ghostface. Bomb First was at 14 by Tupac. 15, I went with The Evils by Jay-Z. 16, I went with Over the Woods by Outkast. Then I went with Picture Me Rolling by Pac, featuring Big Syke, CPO, and Danny Boy. I went with Camé by Ghostface. I went with, where would I go with next? Oh, I went with Can't Stop the Rain by Shaq. And my 20th, I went with Do My Thing by Busta Rhymes.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful list. Beautiful.
Yeah. So a lot of fire on both of those lists, man. And a lot that we left out, man. A lot that we left out. Look, I was thinking about it, and I said, when I went to the Pac joint, do I want to go with Picture Me Rolling? But there's a couple other joints on there, man. I was thinking like Checkout Time. You know, like it's a fire on there, but feel good about my list, man.
Yes, sir. List is dope. Oh man, it's gonna be a fight to the finish when we try to get down to 10. Man, I feel like we can do 90. I know we got more joints that we haven't done that we did previously when we broke it down to 10, but I feel like that 96 might need to get done, man.
We'll get to it.
Feel kind of heavy.
So we do 96 next. We do 96 next.
Okay, if you're cool with it, I'm definitely looking.
Yeah, we do 96 next, and then we'll get 92, and whatever else we in as we go along. We'll get those in.
Man, we still got to get to that. What have we done so far? 95 and 98 and 88.
We did 95, 98, 93, 93. We did 94, right? In
94 was the first one.
Yeah.
So 93, 94, 95, 96, 98, 88, and 92. I can't count.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I said 7 things, but I'm holding up 6 fingers. Something ain't right. 88. Yeah. 90. We did 90.
88.
Did we not do 90?
We did 90. We did 90. We didn't do 89.
Right. We did 88, 90, 92 just now. We did 93?
I thought we did. I can tell you right here.
I'm not 100% sure. I know we did 94, 95. We just did 96 and we did 98. Man, we done a lot of joints. Dang.
Yeah, we did. We did. I was double checking. I thought we did, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you in a sec.
We were.
Yeah. So we definitely did 90. We definitely did 90.
Yeah.
Because I remember this special ed joints. Whew. Yeah. We did 93.
We did? Dang.
Hold on. This one, it's tough because some of these I'm trying to remember now. Did we do 93 or did some of these? No, I think we did not. We did 93 because isn't that the year you asked me, as you said, why you didn't have any salt and pepper on that? Yeah, we did. I'm gonna tell you, we had to, unless we were having a different conversation about something, we had to have done 93 because I felt like we did it because I remember, yeah, we did because we had our Lords of the Underground. And then I put in Stop Shamming Me by Big Daddy Kane.
Well, all right.
Yeah, we had a conversation about Lords of the Underground because I think we had opposite songs there.
I'm looking at 90, the list. I'm just scrolling now.
Unless we were just having a different conversation, because it was funny. But then because I talked about I remember having Black Moon on my list. We did something with Black Moon on there. We had remember the conversation about Kane and Stop Shamming. Black Sunday.
We did
Black Sunday. And I felt like one of us picked 93 Till Infinity. I think you probably
it was me. Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. I got it right here.
Because I remember fighting with myself about a couple of the face joints before I did it on the World Is Yours album. Nobody talks about that album, but it's a couple of joints that I like. But I don't think I included any of them when we did it.
93, 90, 94 was the first one. We just did 92 and 96. So that whole 92 through 96, we've done all of.
Mm-hmm.
We skipped 97 for good reason, in my opinion.
I agree.
98, we just did recently. 88 we did, and 90 we did. So we didn't do 89, we didn't do 91, we didn't do 97, we didn't do 99. But in between 88 and 98, there's only 3 that we haven't done, 3 years that we haven't done. So that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. And we'll get to some of those at some point.
Yeah.
We'll get to those.
Some of those crazy from today, though, man.
Especially 89. I see a couple of joints in there.
In 89, we're going to find wine.
So no doubt. So we set on that. So we next joint. So Wednesday we'll do 96.
Word.
And those are checking us out. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Right now, we don't have any idea what we're doing next Sunday yet, right? Because I got my Sundays a little off. Fantasy draft threw me off last week, a couple other things. So we do have one more Sunday before actual football Sunday. So we'll have a discussion on that. So we may go right back into sports next week, or maybe What you say? Some sort?
Oh, wait. So next Sunday
Is it still a free Sunday? NFL on
next
first
Sunday
NFL Sunday is not till the Sunday after next.
So September 7th.
Yeah, because like the first, because Cowboys Eagles play that Thursday game. It's like the 4th or something. So it's always a joint before. Yeah, so we're gonna figure. I don't know. Maybe we come back hip hop again, or maybe we talk some WNBA because we ain't talked in a minute and mix in something else. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We're gonna talk all of it at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we might. In fact, next week might be a mixed show, and we might just maybe we just talk a little WNBA. Maybe we mix in some music still. I don't know. Maybe we do that, and then we go hard on the first NFL Sunday. Which I'm thinking that on the first NFL Sunday, we will probably have, I'm hoping to have at least one guest, I guess. So maybe two. I got to see what the boys are doing, see what Didge is doing, but we'll see.
Gotcha.
If not, it's not going to be here regardless, but we appreciate all y'all checking us out, man. Well, Boris said, damn, I need to study, bro. I'm not ready for draft day. I got 2 coming up. My man, so I have tonight. I have a draft tonight, my man, and then one of the homies in his draft. Then I also play college football fantasy. I got 2 drafts tonight. Period. One I'm gonna overlap probably by about 30 minutes. But I don't know if you've ever done an auction draft. I do one every year. It's a high stakes league. And we do it in person, like in person. Everybody nominates a player and you bid on them in person. We did it a little earlier this year, usually with like the last week or 2 before the season. We did it last Sunday because one of the guy that runs it, from a schoolmate of mine, his son couldn't come home because he started grad school and they had some type of grad school orientation. So we did. He was a part of it, but he did his stuff over the phone. We had him on speaker. So we did that last week, bro. But yeah, I got this regular straight up drafts tonight, and then I have 1, 2. I got 3 in the next week and a half. Yep. So you got to study up, bro. It's a weird season. It's a weird season this year. So. Yeah, so I don't know. You got anything you want to put out there for the people source? Anything you want to talk about?
I don't know. I'm doing what I call it, Bar Cypher Monday tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not excited about it like I was last week. So I'm not sure if this is like the people want to come back. The people want to come back, but because Beat Cypher Monday started organically and then it turned into dope producers like pretty much out the gate. Nothing was wrong with the rappers that were on. Just there were only a couple that there's only a couple that I think rap seriously. It was just people that rap and they were rapping. But the caliber of rapper desire to be in the music game type vibes, I wasn't getting that from last week. But I'm gonna give it another chance. I guess I'll give it another chance this week. See how it goes. I told them it might not be a weekly thing, but they really wanted me to pull back up this week. So we're gonna do it. See how it goes. If it doesn't go like I wanted, maybe we skip a week and come back. Maybe we skip 3 weeks and come back. Maybe we never come back. We'll see.
Oh boy, so I don't know if you saw any of the ones that Source and I done over on his platform, but on Wednesday. On Wednesday, around 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, yeah.
We're gonna take this 1996 list that we just did and do the tough part. We gotta narrow it down to 10 songs between all of these songs we just picked today. We gotta make a 10-song tape, right? That's it. 10 songs. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. So if you're available, if you want to check us out, we're gonna be able on his joint on TikTok, 6 o'clock. Check us out, man. Let me see. He said, who y'all trying to pick the first pick? Well, you mean me, because Source don't play. Source don't play. So
I'm good. I'm good on fantasy, bro. I'm good.
Hey, I'll just say this. It's two very obvious first picks if you have the opportunity to draft in the first two. To me, I don't know what anybody else would tell you. It's kind of a crapshoot after that. The two obvious first picks, if you can get lucky, are Jamar Chase, and the other one is running back that played for the Eagles, Saquon Barkley. Those are obvious in those type of leagues. Now, I didn't tell you that last week I ended up, believe it or not, bidding. My first pick was Saquon Barkley.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I ended up
I
paid a hefty fine. So I paid a hefty, not a fine, but a hefty amount. So, and it's kind of hard for me when I have to pick players. When I pick players, there's a lot of money involved in this thing. So that plays teams in my division because I kind of got to root for them. Yeah. Right. So it's gonna be tough, bro. I really only reason I took him because I like a dummy, I shorted myself and somebody threw out Chase first. And like a dummy, I waited around and didn't want to spend the money when I should have spent the money.
Yeah.
And then some couple of other people went by and I said, you know what? Just do it, man. Just do it. So, I look at the guy that won the league last year, and this is crazy. He's I think he's a Giants fan, I think. Anyway, I believe he was the guy that had Jaden Daniels. So I think about the pain he went through.
He got stealing it.
I think it was the same. So I'm just saying. But yeah. So not to think about there, man. Not to think about there. But all I'm gonna say, boy, if you ever, I never thought I would do a auction draft ever in my life till a few years ago. But once you do it, if you got a good, trustworthy amount of people, especially if you can do it in person, it's actually fun. But I'll only do one a year, and it's with these group of people. But the rest of them, it's just regular online serpentine draft, whatever, pick. But it's interesting. It's something. An auction draft is something that you would think you probably wouldn't like until it happens, right? I wouldn't do one online. So just something to think about. In person. Yeah. Well, like I say, guys, we'll be back next Sunday with either hip hop or sports and hip hop, and which I think is probably going to be. That's probably what's going to happen. It's probably what's going to happen because we do need to clean up some of this stuff. We ain't talk WNBA in a minute, so there's a couple of things we need to discuss with WNBA. So maybe we'll come in, figure out if we handle that first, and then jump into the music or vice versa. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Sound good.
All right. But y'all, appreciate y'all checking us out. We'll be back next Sunday, 11-ish. You know how we are, 11-ish. It might be 11 on the nose. It might be 11:15. Just tune in. We'll be there. You can check us out. If you're on Facebook, check us out. It's the SBP. That's where we be. We over there. Got hip hop, television, music, movies. We talk beer sometime. We over there. That's where we are. So come through and check us out. If you have a YouTube page, please, by all means, come over to YouTube and like us on YouTube. Follow us there. This same show is broadcasting on YouTube. I see it with some folks over there today that came through as well. It is the SBP Sports Bar Podcast. Check us out. Until next time, we are out of here. Peace.
Yeah.